Hi guys, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you are new here, if you are new, hi, my name is Donna and I am a 28-year-old Christian wife. I love my husband. We have 2 dogs and we are on a trying to conceive journey. We are a year and some months into it, unfortunately, but all in God's hands. Today we are going into my January empties. Side note, before we start, my makeup look is not what I wanted today. Yeah. There's a video, it's either the last video posted or the video before that. I went through all of my makeup and I decided to get rid of 80% and only kept what fit into 2 travel size bags. So full glam makeup, unfortunately, is not really what I kept, or at least the good lip products. The lip, I feel like I'd be fine, but the lip combo is just so dark for me that I'm not a big fan of it. But needless to say, my makeup is done. I'm ready for this video. Let's get into it. We are going to start with my only food item in here. I only put this in here because I just have to talk about this brand. I've been eating this brand for well over a year now, since they first dropped in our grocery stores here in Massachusetts. This is the Drizzlicious. This specifically was the limited edition holiday one, the peppermint bite one. It is so delicious. This hands down is the #1 flavor for me. It basically goes this one, salted caramel, birthday cake, and French toast, if you want my ranking. Also, the cookies and cream one is so gross to me, unfortunately. I think it's just whatever they use for cocoa. But if you are unfamiliar with this brand, it is a lower calorie rice, like desserty rice cake. Oil. But they're just so good. They're gluten-free, vegan, allergen-friendly, and nut-free. I have been trying to get rid of processed foods in my diet unless I really have no choice. But these are like the one thing that I will keep on purchasing. One, to get rid of that sweet tooth, especially if it's like a midday sweet tooth that I seem to always have. It's just so good. I love this. Going into shower products, because I have a ton. I am an ex-esthetician, if you are new here, and I think I didn't really realize this until a few years back, where I was like, you know what? We do double cleanses and exfoliation a few times a week for our face. Why am I not doing this for my body? I would literally just clean myself with whatever body wash or just simple bar of soap once and call it a day. Like, my hygiene was not up to par. But then I started getting into like hygiene TikTok, hygiene YouTube, like things like that. And people were using bars of soap for their first cleanse and then going in with their body washes for their second or whatever. And I was like, wow. And then I started doing it and then I noticed a huge difference. So first, this is the Dove Sensitive. I actually really, really like this. This has a little bit of a scent to it, but nothing like extreme. And if I feel like it's, if it's that time of the month for me or right after that time of the month, or TMI, but this video is for the girls, but like that ovulation week where you guys are trying for baby multiple times that week, that is when the antibacterial one comes in, to just make sure that I'm giving a really deep clean with this as your first cleanse, and then do your second cleanse with whatever shower gel or body wash. And then I still do a good exfoliant about 2-3 times a week, just depends on the season. Going from our body to our face, this is the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Hydrating Gentle Cleanser for normal to dry skin. I did try for the dry to extra dry skin, which I feel like I am during this time of the year, and I just was not a big fan of it. So my go-to is always the normal to dry skin one. I feel so clean when I use this. Right now, I'm using Dime Beauty, and I like it, but I don't feel super clean when I use that one. If you ever wonder if La Roche-Posay is worth the money, the answer is 100%. It has 13.52 ounces, and these bottles, depending on if I have another cleanser in rotation to use with this, can quite literally last me up to 4 to 5 months. Like, that is insane. So, 100% worth it. This one I was very shocked for. This is a conditioner. This is the L'Oreal Paris Elvive Dreamy Lengths Split and Concealer Conditioner made with vegetal keratin and castor oil. It says it's for long damaged hair, but I had short damaged hair when I used this. I have clip-in extensions right now, but I do have a bob currently when these extensions aren't in. And I really wish I had this. Right now, I actually have a non-toxic conditioner, and I have 2 bottles of it. I bought myself one, and then we were gifted one for our wedding back in December, now 2 months ago. So I unfortunately really need to finish those. The non-toxic ones are actually terrible for extensions. I had tape-in extensions last month, and they did not last long at all because they just looked so destroyed from that conditioner, because I wasn't actually like washing it with shampoo. I was just making sure conditioner was on it so they can look fresh and good, and it was terrible. I really wish I ended up just dealing with it and buying another one of this, or the Eva NYC Deep Therapy Mask. That is my go-to mask every time. It's 1000% worth the price. But your hair will be silky, your hair will be soft, your hair will be shiny. Even though silky and shiny are kind of the same thing. 100% worth it. Jumping straight into oral care. So I will be the person to be honest and raw. When I am in a mental health state, my hygiene is the first thing that I neglect. I feel like a lot of us are like that. We just don't like to admit it. But unfortunately, I had a lot of mental health at the last half of the year, and a lot of that had to do with just like the negative pregnancy tests and all that other stuff. So my oral care unfortunately got really bad, and I've always had bad oral care since I was a child, but after braces, I had adult braces, but after braces, I started taking care of my like oral hygiene a lot more, but it wasn't up to what it was supposed to be, obviously. But anyway, last half of the year, I actually started dealing with cavity pain again, unfortunately. And I have all 4 of my wisdom teeth, in case you needed to know. I couldn't get into my dentist until the end of this month, February. So, unfortunately, I had to go to an emergency dentist, and the only one in my area is Aspen Dental, and they would not do a filling for me. They said that my wisdom teeth were too impacted, that I had to pay for them, that I had to get them out first, and then after that, I had like X, Y, and Z that needed to be done on top of everything else. And basically, it was gonna take the whole calendar year to do everything that needed to be done. And I was like, that sounds literally insane. They don't take my insurance, which meant that I would have had to pay the $4,000 to get my wisdom teeth out with them, like upfront, first of all. even if I wanted to schedule it like a month out or 2 months out, I still had to pay for it up front. So I am just waiting for my actual appointment with my actual dentist for a second opinion, because I will say I switched what I was using in the shower to something for they said that I don't want to admit this because it makes me really upset that I had let myself get this bad, but they basically said that I had gum disease, and I switched to a like mouthwash and a toothpaste that caters towards those with gum disease, and I have noticed a huge difference. Like, I still have a little bit of uncomfort sometimes, like if I smile a specific way, like if I smile really big, I notice a little bit of discomfort from like my cheeks hitting my gums. And then if I am eating like a really crunchy snack, but other than that, I have noticed a significant improvement in pain. But anyway, this is what I used last month to get me through everything that I was going through. This is the Sensodyne Sensitivity and Gum. This did its job. I'm not gonna lie to you. Cleaned my teeth very well. The pain level from what I was feeling, it did really, really well. I think also sometimes, especially having an electric toothbrush, just like having something kind of like penetrate your gums makes a huge difference. And like it just like satisfies the pain. I don't know how to explain it, but I did enjoy this. I did enjoy this toothpaste. I want to keep using Sensodyne, but they don't have anything for gum disease. They only have things for like sensitivity, and like it says it improves gum health, but they don't have anything literally for like teeth, like gum recession and things like that, like Crest or no, it's definitely Crest, like Crest does, because that's what I'm using now. This is the Gum Restore mouthwash. I had actually been using this since either November or December. I'm pretty sure I bought this in December, but I finished it last month. It is anti-gingivitis and anti-plaque oral rinse. It reduces gum inflammation. I would use this when I was having like a little bit of discomfort. Like a minute of just like swishing this in my mouth did the trick. But when I was having that episode where like I actually had to take like, I'm allergic to aspirin, so I can only take Tylenol. So what I had to take Tylenol in order for like to not feel whatever I was feeling. So it did pretty well. I'm very impressed with this. Back to the face. I completely forgot about this. This is the Clean It Zero Ginseng Glow Nourishing Cleansing Balm. Now, I only use the cleansing balm to remove makeup. Like if I'm in the shower, like this really isn't something I gravitate towards to like clean my face as a first cleanse. I literally just use this to remove makeup, whether I'm in the shower or at the sink. But I really like this. I would buy it again if this wasn't so expensive. Right now, I was gifted for Christmas the cleansing balm from the brand Versed, and I am a really big fan of Versed. So I will let you guys know when I finish that one. All right. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, my little intro, we are on a trying to conceive journey. And I learned at the beginning of our journey that I should be switching my regular multivitamin to a prenatal. So I switched immediately when I found that out, but I was only taking half a dose. And a couple of weeks or like a month, I believe, before my best friend got pregnant, so excited, but before she got pregnant, she had a gynecology appointment, and she actually asked for me if I should be taking a full dose or a half a dose, and they told me to take a full dose. So then I started taking a full dose, and I still have moments where I feel very like lethargic and fatigued. So I don't know if like I'm not getting enough of something that even a prenatal can't fix. But I also think that I'm just not doing enough activity throughout the day, and that could honestly just be it. Like, I work nights, I'm a waitress for those who are new here, and by the time I get to work for like 4 o'clock, I'm just like, dude, I'm ready for bed. Like, I physically can't do this. Obviously, I get through the day, but sometimes it just feels like I could go to table, whatever, and just take a nap. Like, it's crazy. But I don't have a specific brand that I love. I almost always, just like out of habit, always repurchase the Ollie prenatal gummies. I've also tried the Up and Up, like Target brand prenatals. I don't think Walmart has their own brand one, but I've also tried the CVS ones, little gummy bears. They're fine. Um, this right here, but let me just tell you, this right here, this is the Mary Ruth's prenatal and postnatal multivitamin in the strawberry flavor. I will just fair warn you, if you are somebody that takes gummies over pills because guilty, this texture is not what you're gonna find with like the other ones. I don't know how to explain this texture, but it's almost like you're eating a fruit snack without like that shiny, waxy feel that goes on top of a fruit snack. It's the flavor's good. Sometimes there was last month actually. Um, there was a day where we were in like the 2 week wait period to see if I was pregnant or not, and everything was just giving me like aversions, which is why I thought I was pregnant. And I went to take my prenatal and I almost like gagged it up. But that's just like a very rare occasion where like you have like a food aversion. But other than that, like the flavor, the flavor really is good. I really want to try the liquid version because liquid absorbs better in your body. Lilo. But I finished this today, which is February 1st when recording this. So I quite literally need to go to the store and just get my hands on whatever I can get right now. And then when I am ready, then I will buy the liquid, or I'll buy the liquid and just save the rest of whatever brand I end up purchasing tonight. I will 100% be repurchasing Mary Ruth's in general because this was a very good first step for trying this brand. All right, guys, we are at our last 4 items and they are all perfumes. And it's really weird because it's like perfumes take forever to finish and then all of a sudden you finish one and then you finish like a bunch of other ones. I'm going to start with the Girly one because this is the oldest out of the 4 over here. This is the Wedding Silk Santal. I bought this last winter. I had gone to the mall for Primark, and then I was like, let me go actually to Sephora and see if I can get my hands on like perfume because I have, for the most part, I buy like whatever Ulta has, and I feel like the perfumes at Ulta, there are mature women, like woman smelling perfumes, but for the most part, I feel like a majority of them just give me more like younger, girly vibes. Where Sephora has a good amount of the same perfumes that Ulta does, but I don't know. I just feel like they have a lot more better options at Sephora for some reason. So Sephora is like my go-to when it comes to perfume, whatever. I really wanted to try Girly. This was the only one that gave me like a grown woman vibe, but it does have like a masculine touch to it. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's feminine but masculine at the same time. So it's definitely a very gender neutral perfume slash no perfume to use. I used it for the most part for like going out purposes. I don't go out very often anymore, but I would use this at first just to go out, whether it was like a date night or just anything like that. And then I started wearing it to work. When I had purchased this, I worked only at like my retail job. But then later, the last quarter of 2025, I actually ended up switching over to my in-laws restaurant. So I kind of ruined this perfume by wearing it to the restaurant because I would smell like the perfume and then like musky, gross like food. But I do want to try other Kayali ones. I don't know, like I want something that smells mature, but I also don't want to ruin it again by using it at work. So I I quite literally only ever work. I don't go out anymore. Anyway, I don't remember the brand for these two, so I do apologize. But if I show you them, maybe it'll look familiar to somebody, and you guys can comment below if you remember this, like what this brand is. I got it from Ulta. It's actually a 3-pack, but I still haven't finished the coconut one because it's just not the season for it. This is the cream vanilla, and then this is the chai spice. The chai spice mixed with the vanilla is really good. I don't think I would wear the chai by itself. I would definitely layer it with something else. And then the cream vanilla was good. It was a very pretty scent. The only problem I have with this brand, for me specifically, and I did wear these to work, I just feel like the smell went away really quickly. And again, I work in a restaurant, so the air mainly smells like food. So I just don't think I really expected to smell like this all day strongly. But yeah. Not least is the Sabrina Carpenter Sweet Tooth. This is the travel size specifically. I do have the full size. It was like the Christmas set that I bought last Christmas, 2024 Christmas. It was like a Christmas gift for myself because everyone was talking so much about this perfume. So I was like, okay, I want it too. And I couldn't smell it before I bought it because I bought it from Walgreens and Walgreens didn't have a tester, or they never have testers for their perfumes. And the only thing they had was the whole Christmas set. I did not use the lip gloss. The lip gloss was awful. And I didn't like this. I think out of a 10, I would genuinely give this like a 4, 4.5. I liked it when it's layered with the Orabella Vanilla. That is my like go-to perfume for work, for going out, like for everything, mainly because I am trying to finish it. But it's just like a nice vanilla. And then this adds like a hint of marshmallow sweetness to it. I don't know. I don't think sweet perfumes like this are for me specifically. I would like to be like someone you look at and you're just like, she smells sweet. No, instead, I think I'm going to be a girl that you look at and be like, I think she smells like granny powder perfume. Because at this point, I feel like that's what I've been gravitating towards recently, unfortunately, is like the powder perfume, but not powder heavy, more like a floral perfume, which is weird because I never liked floral perfumes. But yeah. Anyway, that is my January empties. I'm very excited to see where this year takes me in the Project Pan world. I did very well last year, so I'm very excited for this year. Um, I have been doing very well on my finances and just like not shopping in general. I don't really do Project Pan because I spend a lot of money. I do Project Pan because I'm constantly trying new products and then just throwing out perfectly good full products. So, yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in next month. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on any of my other social medias if you want. I did just create a brand new TikTok. I deleted my old TikTok with a couple thousand followers just because I don't know. I feel like that time of my life is gone. I was starting to feel very insecure about posting on it, I guess, if that makes sense, because I had a lot of people that I knew that were just like popping up on like my For You page, and that means I know that I'm on their For You page and just all that other stuff. So I wanted to start completely fresh. I have absolutely no followers, but I do have 2 videos on there of shopping with me's. But yeah, follow me on any other social media if you want, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.